Hello, everyone. Welcome back to 48 Now. I'm your digital host, Tatiana White, and I'm here today with Josh Aycock. How are you doing today, Josh?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yes, thank you for coming. And it's such a pleasure having you on today. I'm very excited to hear about this event. And so, Josh is the event organizer for the upcoming 21st annual Swampers 5K and 1 mile run and walk taking place on Saturday, April 12th at Muscle Shoals Middle School. And he is here to share a little more about this. And so, this is a longtime community tradition that brings together runners, walkers, and families for a morning of fun and fitness in the Muscle Shoals area. So, Josh, can you just tell a little bit more about yourself and just share more about what this event is and your role in putting this event together?
I started this event actually with at the time it was the Muscle Shoals Civitans organization. They actually merged with the Muscle Shoals Kiwanis at the time and joined, become the Shoals Civic League. So we have started that. And then we've been doing it for 21 years. It's always been in Muscle Shoals. We've had two course changes. We used to start on a smaller stretch of road, went through a neighborhood. But for the last about 14 years, we've been able to run. They closed down. The police are great support there, and we actually able to start the race on Avalon Avenue right there by the Trojan Country sign. So it's a 5 lane start, plenty of space to run, get spread out and stuff like that. And our goal back 21 years ago was to make this a family um, run, where you can come out and do it and stuff like that. We do finishers medals for all 5K finishers, and all the kids 12 and under in the 1 mile get a finisher medal. And we have a lot of people that this may be the only race that they do each year, and a lot of them have come out with their family. I just got a few registrations here a few minutes ago from, a father and son and a father and daughter, and then I had earlier today it was a whole family. It was husband, wife, and then two children. So we really want to make it a family event. Our 5K is a very flat and fast course. I say that kind of tongue in cheek because there is some people that say their race is flat and ends up being a lot of hills, but it's very very easy course. Pretty much runs a square through a neighborhood, ends right there in front of the middle school, and then our 1 mile is just a 1 mile, as well and stuff like that. And we have some younger ones do that, some older ones as well. But it's a fun event. It's something we've enjoyed doing for the last 21 years, and some of the people we only get to see once a year, so it makes it really worth our time.
Yes, that sounds like so much fun. And just like, I love how you said it's like a flat environment and stuff. So it's a little easier if there's somebody that's not used to doing like the more intense type of runs. And so, what can participants expect from this year's race? Is it going to be any different from like the previous years that this event has been going on?
No, it's about the same. And one thing too about the flat and fast course, we actually leave our course open for about an hour, a little over about an hour. So that's a 5K. So that's about a 20 something minute mile as well. If some people said, hey, I'm not ready to do a 5K, we'll start out doing the 1 mile maybe as well. But like I said, really everything's going to be about the same course, same setup. There is one big difference is the weekend. For the last 20 years, it's always been the last Saturday in April, and Muscle Shoals was rewarded the track sectionals for 4, 6, and 7A, I believe, this year, and that is the last weekend in April. So I had to find a new date. So this is the first time it's ever been this early. So that is one big change. Everything else is the same. Still the same finishers medals for all the 5K finishers, kids 12 and under in the 1 mile. We did get the shirts. I'm not sure if you can see it. I'm on, but we just got the shirts picked up. They just came in, I mean, just a few minutes ago. They're a heather military green with our same kind of swampers, guy on it running, and we've got a guitar in the background. We've always kind of tried to make it with a little bit of a musical behind the swampy monster running. So, but everything else should be about the same. Like I said, the packet pickup is still going to be the Friday night. Registration is still going on. Other than the date change, everything should be fine. One thing this year, we've been rewarded before, but we weren't last year. We are the RRCA Southern Region 5K Championship, which that stands for Road Runners Club of America. So we've been awarded that award a few times, and so we'll have several runners coming in from different parts of the Southeast taking part in that championship series.
That's amazing. And the shirts look great. Like, I love how all of this is really coming together for this year's event. And how have you seen it grown over the past 21 years? Like, the people that show up, and like, has it grown in a lot of different ways? Are there any like memorable moments you can remember from the past years?
It's pretty neat. Like I said, I had a phone call the other day of um, a gentleman. His grandson invited him to run 18 years ago, and the grandfather came and ran with the grandson. And now I don't think the grandfather's missed a race in 18 years. That's a really cool one. We've got several school groups coming in. Um, Brooks Elementary's got a running club that they've started, and they've got several runners. Covenant Christian here, another local school's got a running club that they're coming over and running as well. We have our veterans hospital here, the veterans clinic here. A few of their workers get a few people every year, and they'll do the 5K and the 1 mile. So some of those are just some cool stories, and just seeing people, we do have a lot of people, this is their first 5K, and they'll do this one. And before you know it, some of them have run in marathons. But it's really neat seeing somebody that's never been able to do a 5K work for it and been able to get there. And so some people, it comes easy. They can go run 3 miles every day, but there's some that it really having to work for it. And getting to see those people really makes it well worth it.
Yes, I love it, especially the grandfather story. That's amazing that he's been at pretty much all of the runs. So, and what kind of impact has it had on the local community? What's the importance for you to keep hosting this event every year?
Well, the money all goes to the Shoals Civic League, which is a local nonprofit here, and and they do a lot of different local stuff, and with helping in different community projects. And they're a small group, but when it comes together for this, they do amazing. So some of that aspect, we've been able to get some scholarships out of it, and we'll even have some smaller needs that come in. Maybe this student needs help going on a class trip that they've won something on or something. So we've been able to help several things. And then just really the aspect of putting on an event that really helps fitness in the area. Like I said, we'll see, several people out, even saw some this morning out running, and they were, hey, we're getting ready for the race. So they're already out kind of getting it, in the mood for it and things of that nature. And just, helping some people. We have a lot of kids. Well, we've had one of our RCA reps came in a few years ago and was amazed at how many kids we had running the 5K. And like I said, for a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 year old running 3 miles and getting to see them finish, it's probably been my most rewarding thing, getting to see some of those. And they take that medal very serious, but it's also they know that they've been able to do a 5K, and that's probably the thing that really stands out to me the most.
Yes, and I think that's great, like being able to do like your first 5K or something with your community members and with your classmates and your family and stuff. So I'm sure that's amazing for people. And what are you most looking forward to for this year's walk and run?
Well, I've actually done it all 20 years. Some years has been easier than others. Right now, I'm out of shape myself, so I'm really looking forward to just me getting to the finish line. But like I said, right now, just trying to get everybody registered. We've already ordered all of our medals. We've ordered all of our shirts. We do also plaques for overall and age groups. So we have in our 1 mile, we have 0 to 5, 6 to 8, 9 to 10, 11 to 12, and then our 5K, we have 8 and under, 9 and 10. So we have some smaller age categories for the younger runners, and getting to just see some of those runners with their plaques, and those are seeing them finish, and then some of them that have worked hard to get a plaque, and some of them, they may be 3 or 4, and they're doing their first 1 mile because we do a 5 and under, getting the plaque. Some of those pictures, and just and some of them keep doing it. They hey, I did it when I was 4. Now I'm 18, and I've still done it the last 13 or 14 years. And now some of those people I only see once a year, but looking forward to that. I'm really just trying to get people to register. Like I said, our registration is still open. A few ways to find that, and there may be some more information. Swampers5k.com. And then our Facebook page is Swampers 5K and 1 mile. And we've got a lot of information on there. It shows you the medals that you can get, the t-shirts. Registration, is $25 until April the 7th. If you're watching this after April 7th, registration will be open Friday night till about midnight. So if um, you see this later or something comes up and you still want to register, we'll still be taking registration all the way to Friday night about midnight.
Awesome. Yes, and that was actually going to be the next question. So thank you for that. And whenever people register, will they be able to get like the shirt, or is that like a separate fee?
Right now, yes, yes, that's part of the registration is your T-shirt. Currently, we have all sizes. So if you're listening to this right now, we think that we're going to have. We've ordered several extra sizes of every size, even the youth sizes. We do youth small, youth medium, and youth larges. I do like to say that if you wait till the Friday and or Saturday to potentially register, you may not get your size. But you get the shirt, and like I said, and then the 5K, all of the finishers in the 5K, regardless of age, will get a medal. It's pretty cool. I actually forgot it. I had it in my car, and then when I went to get the t-shirts, I left it and stuff like that. We just picked up the t-shirts. It's a heather military green. It looks really really good. The pictures kind of don't do it justice until you really get it and stuff like that. And then all of our kids 12 and under in the 1 mile will get one of those finisher medal. And then they'll be, we've ordered over 100 something plaques. They'll have, they'll be going out to the ones that placed in their age categories as well.
Yes, that's amazing. And I'm sure people are going to love it and be able to cherish having a plaque or a medal for maybe commemorating their first one, or if this is like their 15th one. So, either way, I'm sure people are going to love it. And what should participants know before they arrive? Is there any information they should know before they get to the race? And is there going to be any other activities or anything going on outside of the race?
Right now, we don't know of anything else in the area that's going on. There has been other events in the past. Right now, there's nothing. Like I said, if you register, you will get an email that goes over all the details. If you do register, also, if you're in town and you want to come pick up your bag on Friday night, you can pick up your bag, your T-shirt, and your race number from 4:30 to 6:30. If not, Saturday morning, you can pick it up starting at 6:30 a.m. I do like to advise people if you are coming in, and even if you're picking up your packet on Saturday morning, give a little bit of extra time. Like I said, right now we're at about 500 registered. We're hoping over the next few days that increases more. So there will be a lot of people there. Like I said, so packet pickup on Friday is a good option. I know there's some that are out of town that can't do that. It's perfectly fine to pick it up on Saturday, but there will be a little bit of congestion getting in. So I tell people to allow a little bit of time. We do start at 8 a.m. for the 5K with your race number on out on Avalon, and then our 1 mile will start around about 9:10 a.m. And then we try to get the awards. We try to get the awards started as close to 10 as we can, and stuff like that. Of course, when you're timing that many people, want to make sure we get everything correct.
Yes, awesome. And is there, when people pick up their packets and stuff, is that going to be at the Muscle Shoals Middle School?
Yes.
Okay,
The packet pickup is at the Muscle Shoals Gym, middle school gym.
okay.
That's right there by the football stadium, and that's where the awards is also, and also right in front of that gym is where the finish line is now. And pretty much our 1 mile starts around about that same area. Now our 5K does start out on Avalon Avenue as well, so there is a little bit of commute. Not a commute, but you can walk and stuff like that. But our 5K does start out on Avalon, but everything else is based there at the middle school gym. We'll have refreshments and some food and drink and stuff like that at the finish line, and we'll have some of our sponsors there with things as well.
Yes, that's awesome. And is there any final thoughts or messages for potential participants and supporters, or anything we haven't touched on yet that you would like to share?
No, just really encourage anybody that's listening. I mean, I would love to have them come out, tell other people about it, even if maybe you're not a runner, maybe share it as well. We do have some people that do a lot of walking, and they'll come out and they'll walk the whole 5K. Like I said, since we leave it on, leave it open for an hour, they can accomplish that goal and go from there. And then a lot of it's turned into a family event. Aunts, uncles, grandparents. So that's the cool part of the event, just everybody getting to kind of come out and making it a community event. So, but again, it is next Saturday, so you got a lot of time to register, but still registration's open, and I'm excited about the shirts. Like I said, I picked them up. I think it, just a few minutes before this interview, so it's pretty cool.
Yes, and I hope the turnout is amazing. I'm sure it will be. And thank you so much again, Josh, for joining me today. I have loved hearing all about this run and walk, and I know it's going to be amazing this year, as it has been in the previous years as well.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Now just hoping for good weather. So
Yes.
just like I said, just looking at the weather, the Thursday and Friday before look a little bit rainy, but it looks like the Saturday right now is pretty good runners weather. So we're excited.
Yes.
But again, that Facebook page is Swampers 5K in 1 mile, and then the website swampers5k.com.
Yes, perfect. And I have my fingers crossed that the weather will be great next Saturday.
Hope
Um,
so.
thank you all for tuning into 48 Now. And don't forget to register and join for the 21st annual Swampers 5K and 1 mile run and walk. This event will take place on Saturday, April 12th at Muscle Shoals Middle School. The 5K starts at 8 a.m. and the 1 mile run and walk follows at around 9:05, 9:10 a.m. Please come on out and support this wonderful community event. I hope you all have a great rest of your day.